Next game I was looking at, we could talk about one of the only two ranked matchups for our AQR rankings, those resume rankings, Navy versus North Texas. I haven't seen a lot of talk about this other than some people tried to get College Game Day to go to this early on. Obviously, they went to Cincinnati versus Utah, so they're going out to Salt Lake City. But I wanted to talk about this. This is kind of an interesting matchup. I mean, Navy's undefeated, North Texas with one loss, but one of the best, if not the best, offenses in the nation. Very fun to watch. They're kind of an over machine. I think right now the spread I'm looking at 6.5 in favor of North Texas, and the over-under is 65.5. So if you want to pull some of that up, we can kind of talk through that as well.
Absolutely. I mean, this is going to be a high-scoring affair. I mean, this is Navy's, running the ball down their throats versus North Texas' ability with Mestemaker to pass the ball pretty well. So I think that this is just going to be a high-scoring affair. I mean, we can look at kind of their headline analytics here. I mean, Navy rushes the ball about 320 yards per game, while North Texas passes the ball for about 320 yards a game. So it's going to be kind of hard for either of these teams to have defensive schemes that they can set up that are going to be effective, one versus the other. So I think it's going to be a super fun game to watch, super high scoring. I think North Texas does take this game. I think Mestemaker's ability to get the ball down the field and his just ability to win games, I think is gonna prove well for North Texas. But do you want to look at anything in particular here?
I mean, honestly, we've talked about Mestemaker enough. Let's pull him up and look at him. I think this is a fun game. This will be on one of my screens on Saturday. You're right. It's kind of a good comparison between kind of a run heavy offense that still puts up a lot of yards, a lot of points, versus a kind of throw first air raid type offense that Eric Morris has at North Texas. So let's look at Drew Mestemaker for a little bit. Walk me through kind of where he is and kind of the story on him. He did not start a game in high school. Eric Morris, who a lot of people know, he kind of found Cam Ward at Incarnate Word in a triple option offense, found John Mateer, who we were just talking about. Now he has Drew Mestemaker. And what did he put up? 608 yards last week?
Through the air, 608 passing yards. I mean, that's just absurd. Mm-hmm. So I mean, we can talk a little bit about him. I love him. I think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country this year. One of the things I want to highlight is he has such a high throwing IQ. And what I mean by that, when I say throwing IQ, is he's not making plays that lead to turnovers. I mean, you can look at the USF game and say, okay, he had 3 interceptions. Take away that game, he has had a phenomenal season in terms of passing. I mean, you can look at last week, 4 touchdowns, 608 yards, accuracy of around 90%. And when we say accuracy, what we're actually talking about here is it doesn't matter if the ball is caught or not. Accuracy is, was the ball thrown to a receiver that could have caught the ball? So there's a little bit of onus on both the quarterback and the receiver to actually complete a pass, but this takes away the onus from the quarterback and saying, or from the receiver and saying, was this a well-thrown ball? So love Mestemaker. He's continuing to improve game over game, really getting comfortable in the North Texas offense, able to really command the offense in scoring. I mean, they're back-to-back games, 55 and 54 points. I think on the season they're averaging about 42. I think they'll continue to do that against Navy. So that's just kind of my high-level thoughts. Do you want to break into anything specific, any questions you have about this?
Yeah, I mean, kind of the talk about accuracy is really interesting. I mean, I think it's an interesting metric because you have, kind of like in baseball, you have batting average versus on-base percentage versus OPS, all that stuff. The completion percentage is what, everyone quotes all the time. And you're right. If the pass was completed, there's also adjusted completion percentage, which kind of looks at a ball that was caught by a receiver or balls that could have been caught. But this you're kind of looking at accuracy. It really does put a lot of onus on the quarterback.
Yeah.
In terms of, 90% accuracy rate is unheard of, and that's kind of like, wow, look at that. He's a stud, and he's fun to watch. That North Texas offense is fun to watch. And right now, I don't think that they would be slotted for the college football playoff, but they win this game. It would not surprise me to see the North Texas Mean Green to be in the playoff come December.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to? Should we talk a little bit about Navy's defense to see if they can what they're able to do against Mestemaker?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Sure. So, I mean, their pass rush defense is one of the top in the country. Let me see if I can actually. Can you see that down there? No, I think the banner's blocking it. Let me.
The banner might be here. Hold on. Let me try this. That doesn't help at all. Never mind.
Does that help at all? No. We can cut this part out. Do that.
There. Yeah.
So I think one of the things that I do want to discuss is, will Navy be able to stop the passing against North Texas, against Mestemaker? They haven't shown it this season. They're actually one of the bottom 15, 16 percentiles in FBS in terms of coverage defense. I think that's a big point to highlight. I think, they do have great pass rush defense. So they're able to get to the quarterback, but it breaks the coverage down the field. So it's going to be interesting to see what their schema changes look like in terms of saying, hey, we know we have to stop Mestemaker down the field. We know that we can get to the quarterback. Is there a way we can blend those two things together and say, hey, Mestemaker, freshman quarterback, can we get some pressure on him such that he actually makes plays that could lead to turnovers? Can we try to replicate what happened against USF in this game? I think that's their only hope because having a coverage defense grade of F against a North Texas offense which thrives on Mestemaker's passing ability is a little bit dangerous.
I agree. And like I said, this is going to be a fun matchup. I'm excited. I fully expect there to be a lot of points in this game. North Texas so far has been an over machine. I think it's going to be fun, and definitely tune in if you haven't got a chance to watch it.